Hey guys, I'm going to start another video here. It'll be a while before it gets published, but today's August 3rd, and we made a decision last week that we're going to go to No Mercy opposed to World Cup Finals this year. We don't want to re-gear the car for the quarter because we need more time to test for the quarter, and we're actually, we were going to run X275 at No Mercy and play class filler, but if we're going to play class filler, we might as well just leave the car like it is, turbo-wise, with the 94 on it, and lose some weight and do some other stuff. So we're just going to run Pro 275 instead. Once again, play class filler, but when you don't have a huge budget, it's kind of what you got to do at those events. Any kind of class racing is pretty hardcore. The no time stuff, sometimes you can get by with a little bit lower end side of things at multiple events, definitely not all of them. But get some on the screen here, my bad. Anyways, the plan for the car is to basically, we're going to try to get some more weight out of it. We've still got our old fiberglass doors. John's going to trim those out to make them lighter because they were kind of a fiberglass door that was made to use with your street car functions. And we've had the power windows and everything in them before, so we know they work. So we have the doors. Our buddy Don at PSI Performance up in Pennsylvania, he had some optic armor stuff that's already rounded. So John's just got to trim those once he figures out his exact game plan for the windows, and then we'll put those in those doors. Keep the windows fixed up. That'll probably save us, what do you think, John, about 30 to 40 pounds? So 30 to 40 pounds there. This right here is the Valence that was hurt in the wreck July 20th of last year. John's already been working on it pretty hardcore. We're not body guys at all, but John's not afraid to try. He's going to try to fix all the holes in it and the damage and stuff from where it hit the wall. And apparently they don't build stuff like they used to, so it can't handle the wall. So we're going to try to get that fixed and on there. And it'll probably help with some arrows, since we do have a big hole in the front if you think about it on the bottom side. Pull out our passenger seat. I don't know what that thing weighs, maybe 15 to 20 pounds. But that, and maybe some other stuff, we'll just make our mind up as we try to find things. But, hopefully we can get the car 100 pounds lighter by then. Maybe I'll stop eating. And I don't know how much weight I have to give, but maybe I can get another 10 or 15 off. So that's it for now. This will be the first part of this video. And hopefully we'll make some progress. Oh, another thing. It's like one of the more important things I forgot about. I picked up another 5.3 block from a local guy. It's actually in better condition than the one we got. The other one we got out of somebody's shed, and it was very dirty. And maybe that's why it's working so well, because it had time to age, like the old Ford 302s, and they used to bury those things. But that one's still stock board. It's kind of cleaned up with a home, but it's going to get bored over anyways. I'm going to take the block up to TIG Performance, and they're going to pin the mains for us. So we're going to do that. We're going to fill it and possibly do aluminum rods. Not sure yet on the rods whether to do aluminum or not. We use those a lot with the SRT4 Neon stuff and had great luck. Probably use the same crankshaft because we've had good luck for the price, and the same Brian Tilley pistons. And I've already talked to Nick there about doing like a more aggressive cam, so we can, so we'll see. We still got another 2 months basically to get the thing ready, and hopefully we'll have enough money to do all the stuff we want to do. And it'd be really cool if the current engine would last as well, and we can have that as a backup at the event. Although the last thing we want to do is change the motor there. So I'll update you guys along the way, and I'll get back. Alright guys, this is another update on the Pro 275 stuff that we're getting ready for No Mercy. As you can tell, John's done a great job at turning this bumper around. He even made like a little lip for the bottom of the valence just to get it a little more flare and look cool. Obviously there we'll have to modify the exhaust to come out that, but it won't be on for this weekend. But another thing, Matt at Tick Performance messaged me today. Today's what's today? Today's the 15th of August, and told me that he got the block pinned, or the aluminum block. So going to pick it up probably next Tuesday evening, and then just waiting to hear back on pricing for the rods and everything we want to do from BTR, so we can hopefully get the ball rolling on that stuff and get that coming in so we can start prepping it. But that's just the next update. We won't, after this another Carolina streetcar race, this one's called Last Man Standing. There's a big pot for streetcar stuff. We will probably start doing some more weight reduction stuff and getting a little more extreme in classes that it doesn't matter, and just kind of start focusing on light or no mercy. So, give you a sneak peek of that. It's back here in the shop. So we went with our usual formula of the BTR Wiseco boost pistons for the 5.3, still 3.8 bore. Set the piston in the wall where we wanted it. This is another LC9 block, Gen 4 block, valley holder plug, and all that stuff. New cam bearings. Nick from BTR. We ordered a cam Friday, so went with the K1 crank again because I'm just convinced they like flexing with the block and everybody's happier that way. We of course also have the pinned mains from Tick Performance, which you can't see in this stuff. The ARP main studs, and then the MGP aluminum stock stroke rods. So the goal of course is to lean on this thing a bit harder and go faster. So guys, this is the outcome first. As you know, we hooked the transmission down in streetcar deck over Atlanta, so we're going to get it yanked out and start on getting the engine yanked out so we can put the fresh, slightly improved short block in. So here we go. Alright guys, so I went to get coffee before I started tearing to the engine side of things, and John jumped on the 400 here. As you can see, we broke the forward clutch hub. Obviously that one is the more desirable shape and a singular piece. We don't know which brand this was. Could be Cat, GM. We would be very surprised if it was. If so, it's very lucky it made it this long. But this is a cone piece. Got it off of Jegs. It was like $100 plus shipping and stuff. You know, we kind of talked about it on Sunday, and John been talking to Cameron Powers, who's pretty popular with the Soft Mechanic stuff, and he said it sounded like a forward clutch hub. So I went ahead and got one just in case, because we looked through the parts we had upgraded before, and we knew we didn't have one. There was one little shim that looked like it was messed up, so John's verifying what it is now. The clutches, a little bit of stuff in the clutch. John's picking out the razor blade, but overall the clutch is still good. It's pretty cool. You know, the transmission hadn't been into since July of last year, right before we wrecked. That was July of 18. And when we went into it then, all we did was use the money we had won at Streetcar Takeover and Z-Max to buy a billet, input shaft, output shaft, aluminum pro mod drum, just because those drums are bad about exploding, and we wanted to, yeah, for once I wanted to be a little safer about something. But anyways, that's out of the trans, so things look pretty good. Just going to check things over, make sure it's good to go, and we'll add it. You know, so far it looks like a pretty straightforward fix. Now I gotta get busy on my side of things. Sorry guys, camera went dead. I actually don't know when. I'll find out when I'm editing, but I just want to give you an update before we leave for the night. We got Old Faithful out here. What I'm going to do is pop the valve covers off sometime the next day or two in the early morning and just do a leak down to make sure the valves are still sealing good. See how the engine's sitting ring wise, just because I'm curious. And we'll get the other engine on a stand and put the cam in, the grit, and all that good stuff. Car currently doesn't have transmission or an engine, so it's bare. It's about as light as a nitrous car now. But anyways, just want to give you guys an update, and I want to get this thing pushed back to its hole so we can go home. Come on guys, it's Thursday morning, but I don't know what day it is. I never know what day it is. October 3rd. We have about basically 13 days before No Mercy. What I'm doing here is I'm going to do a leak down check on the engine. Obviously the short block isn't a huge deal, but I just want to make sure the head's sealed up good as far as the valves go. So just want to do that while I have some time. Number 8 just came in about 40%, but the intake is definitely some of that. And like I said, some of these numbers, they may be large, but you know, crankcase could be 10 to 15% of the total number that we're seeing. But where I made notes of, we'll just pop those valves out and just reseat them manually. You know, BTR had them out when they did the chamber softening in their valve job last winter, and we've obviously put them through hell since, but it'll be plenty good to get us through No Mercy and still run great. If it was not in the application it's in, I'd probably want to do a little more, but I'm not concerned. Anyways, so that's it for that. Just wanted to get that stuff done and documented so we can move on to the next part.